Hi students, Maliki again. Um, I decided that I was going to put a bit of surrounding landscape and a few other details into the model here. And so I'm doing this because I can't stand having a building just kind of like floating in space. It needs to be grounded. So I just want to explain to you a few things that I've done here. Very simple, not that difficult to do. I'm just going to hide this to start with. This is here and hide element. Okay. First thing I did was put in a footpath. Okay, so you can see I've called it external footpath here, and I basically it's cast in situ concrete again. All right. Actually, what I did here was I did a duplicate of this one, because I wanted to put in a darker surface pattern on the front here so that it would distinguish itself from this one, which is kind of lighter. See that? Okay, so that's the first thing. And you notice as well that I've cut out the area around the basement vents here that David did for you. Okay, so I think he's got a video up on the BIM Brightspace module. So we might have done these with you already. So that's handy. So there's a pair of those. So I cut out the path around that just to give you a look at that. Again, I'm operating on the ground floor here. So if you take a look at this, I'm going to edit the boundary here. So that's basically it. Okay. So you can see my sketch lines in around there, and I've come out about 2.5 meters there, about 5 meters there, something like that. And I brought the footpath over the entrance into the basement ramp there as well. Okay, so that's that one. You can see I've done my ramps here as well, and notice that the ramps are coming out this side. This is the front of the building. So in the site plan that you will get towards the end of the semester, there will be a road along here. So that's where your ramps need to come out. You need to come out to the front of the building here. Let's take a look at that in 3D as well. Okay, so here's my ramp going in, and you can see that these are retaining walls. So again, it's the basic wall, FND, which is a foundation wall, and you can see I'm going from ground level to ground level at -3250. All right, so it's a foundation wall, so it starts from the top down, and to get that wall there, I just use the let's go in and the 3-point arc. So pick a point here, pick a point there, and it'll create the arc for you. My ramp, how did I create my ramp? Well, now this might be absolutely spot on, and I know you guys worked it out, but I want to show you how I did this. So I use the modify sub elements, and you can see that when and again, this is a slab. It's a floor slab. Okay, I've called it ramp to basement. And there's two elements to it. There's a straight element there and the element coming around the corner, which gives me access to these green points here. These green points will come up when you hit modify, when you select the slab and hit modify sub elements. And then you can see the funny little cursor there, kind of like a little tripod on it, which means I can select those points and I can put in a figure which will move that portion of the slab up or down. Okay, like that. And so I have this escape. I have this kind of worked out. You will see modify sub elements. So this one is 0, -1, 4, and then that's that. I think that one is -300. Okay, so that brings the ramp down. So it'll interpolate in between the levels that you give on those little green points. It'll interpolate those, and you get a nice smooth ramp there. You can play around with it a little bit. So it's got the retaining wall. I've got my slab going in around this way, and that's how I did. And then once I did this one, I literally mirrored it across on this side here because it's a repeat of the same, and I put that in there. So give you a look at that, and you can see that that's I've got a little barrier in there as well and everything, you know. Um, so that's my entrance into the basement sorted out. I put a foundation underneath these, so structure, and this one here. So a standard strip foundation goes in underneath that retaining wall, something like that there. All right. Now, so that's that element. So we've got the path in there, we've got the retaining walls, and we've got our ramps coming out here. And then I'll put back in the ground. So basically, again, rather than using a massing topo surface here, because the topo surface is it's quite difficult to carve out this area here for the topo surface. So I've improvised, and I have created another external ground floor slab as such. And I'll show you this in the structure. So I've got a site grass and a site earth. And actually, I'm going to move that down to 4 meters. Okay, site grass, site earth. Okay, and that's what's created that impression of our Earth there as well. Okay, probably let's just take a look at that and check the function of that interior. So let's move it to exterior and apply. And okay, probably not, you know, absolutely 100% the right way to do that, but I definitely think for this particular project. Now we might have to delete this uh, ground slab, if you like, this ground here when we introduce the finished building into in the site model at the end of the semester. But for the moment, what it means is that if I go to my south elevation now, okay, so I'm getting south elevation. You can see the various different walls in happening there. So we won't show what's below ground, but let's see if we can get a section here. I do think I've got a section here. Okay, let's see what right there, right, and so here's my ramp coming out here, and you can see now that's the earth of the slab that I had going through there. So on, so on, so on. That one there's the ramp going up that way. Let's see if we've got another section through here. And again, that's very neatly done. So that's the vent that David built for you. And here's the earth here. Here's the earth here. We could probably bring you can see the earth is not coming under the footpath there. So we'll probably need to extend that in out over that if you know to get that absolutely spot on. But that's the way that's looking. So I think you'll agree now that the whole building looks a lot more real, a lot more stable in terms of how it's going to look, and for your plans, for your sections, for your elevations, and things like that. I've got a little bit of transparency on the grass up here, just so that we can see what's going on underneath. And I think what I probably should do is I probably should raise. It's this one is down at it's on the ground level, so and I think it's 75. So if I bring that up 75, and say okay, so I've brought that up. That probably means that I could bring my I'll edit the boundary of the earth there. Let's get into the ground level, okay? And again, probably what I should do um, is bring this right in tight here and bring it around there as well. So okay, let's do that. Let's just do that. So I'm going to use my not that one, my align tool here. I'm going to say to this align that, to this align that, right? And then to this align that, to this align that. Now, so again, this is the earth I'm bringing underneath here. I'll have to do a little bit of kind of repair work here, but I think that'll work out okay. Now, so there's that one. I can't see I can see these vents here. So again, what I need to do is draw that line there. And let's split it. And let's fill it here as well. Okay, and then I'll do that over here too. I might just do these two, and then I'll go around and do the other ones on the other side as well. Now I just want to check and make sure I've got the other bits and pieces done. So fill it here. Now this is just bringing the earth underneath there more than anything else. Okay, so let's just finish that. See if it don't attach. Okay, and we'll go back to that section 3, and you can see now that I've got my earth in happening in under here as well, and over here probably a little bit too far. I'd need to bring it to the edge of that one there. So again, that's just a question of selecting that and edit the boundary and see if I can do it at basement level here. Yeah, okay, so again, using the align, and let's bring that out as far as there, I think. Something like that. Okay, again. Yeah, that's not bad across there and as far as here. Okay, so you can play around with that and get it right. And I need to come around here as well, obviously. Let's just do that while I'm here. There, there, and let's just split that and trim again. Let's just finish that and see how that looks. Don't attach. And oh, look, you can see my earth now. Perfect. Okay, so there is my earth going in around there and in around there. I need to cut out for those vents there as well. And I think all of that is working out quite good. So let's take a look at the 3D. Let's take a look at that section 3 now. Yeah, so I have that right. Again, I could even push it out a little bit further over here as well, or block that out there. Now, so that is, if you like, just creating a platform for your building to sit on. And in terms of you presenting your plans, sections, elevations, I think that would add to it as well. Okay.